The successful return of PrettyBoyFredo. Nigga, PrettyBoyFredo is back. I'm not even gonna front. I'll be real honest with y'all. Hold on, before we start this, I'll be honest with y'all, gang. I've been watching PrettyBoyFredo again. I ain't gonna lie. He said streams are back every Saturday. Me wasted no time, nigga. But let's go ahead and watch this shit.
Imagine being the most loved content creator within an entire community, gaining millions of fans, becoming a cultural influence, and completely revolutionizing this space as we know it. That sounds like a career almost any content creator would dream of. And for PrettyBoyFredo, this was the life he was living. But unfortunately, as time went on, all of that started to change. All of that love he was once receiving started turning into hate. The fans started turning into haters. He's found himself within beefs with some of the biggest content creators in the world. He fell out with all of his friends. He started having family issues. Everything really just started crashing down within Fredo's life. But it's seeming like this story is going to have a very happy ending, because after taking breaks from the internet over the past few years, it seems like Fredo is finally back and things are looking to go.
First of all, I want to say Fredo is a smart nigga. He is a smart nigga. And one of the and I learned this from 48 Laws of Power. I never even got to finish that book, but I learned one of this. Nigga, when you get in a predicament like Fredo, where you're getting so much hate, so much whatever, once you disappear, and nobody hears from you, or nothing like that, people start to wonder, what happened? What's going on? Like, damn, wait, hold on, gang. We kind of miss you. Wait, hold on. Why did you go so fast? Where did you go? When you just go ghost and don't say nothing, bro, all of a sudden that hate turns into curiosity. And all of a sudden now people are trying to wonder what you got going on. And then when you come back, and then now when you whatever, people start to love you again. Telling you, bro. I learned that from the 48 Laws of Power, gang.
Well for him. You see, with the new year coming in, this is the perfect time for people to lock in on their goals and hold themselves accountable for things they really want to accomplish. And for Fredo, this goal that he wanted to lock in on was returning to the internet and once again being consistent online. Even if it meant going through all of the hurdles and trolling that he might endure, because at the end of the day, Fredo's fall from grace didn't just necessarily happen. You see, if you kept up with Fredo throughout the course of his career, you know that he's always been a creator that really stayed to himself. Everything he accomplished, he managed to get on his own. It was usually just him, his close friends, and his family. He was never the type of creator to try to go out and collab with any of the biggest YouTubers or streamers or whoever was popping at the time. That was never the thing Fredo did. And with him managing to see all of this success on his own and knowing he didn't really need anybody, that all led to him starting to develop a bit of an ego. And that ego ended up becoming one of the worst things that could have possibly happened to Fredo's career, because that led to him getting into
I ain't gonna front. When Fredo got into that ego situation where he started having a high ego, I'm not even gonna front, gang. I was still rocking with bro, but it was so hard, bro, nigga. Until they my last straw was when they exposed him for everything he did was fake. Everything he did, not everything, but damn near all the content he did was fake. Like buying fan shoes and all that, it was fake. It was fake for me. He would buy them and then return them. You know what I'm saying, bro? That was the last straw. I even uttered something for bro, but you know what I'm saying. He's back though. I guess he's doing better now. So let's keep watching this.
It's worth the drama and beef with some of the biggest names you could think of, like Agent 00, Casanat, DDG, and many others as well. Now, obviously, these are some of the more prominent figures within the community, especially within the black community, which at the time was a lot smaller on platforms like YouTube and Twitch. So, of course, beefing with these huge creators wouldn't end well for anyone, especially Fredo, because after each and every problem he had with these creators, over the years, he just became easier and easier to hate. It got to a point where even his own personal friends started coming out and giving the internet more reasons to dislike Fredo. They started telling all of his business, saying that he faked his videos, talking about how poorly he treated people. Many of them even alleged why the reason why the whole SSH group broke up was because Fredo tried to take percentages of their YouTube channels, and that alone is what led to everyone cutting ties with him.
Everybody is finally starting to see this man for what he truly is. It's a fraud, a liar, a scammer, a manipulator, and all in all, just a terrible person, you know what I'm saying? You're a horrible person. I'm not even joking. You're a horrible. I'm not even going to touch on the subject of the fake videos. We all know the videos are fake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even here to say that. I just came here to just prove that this man is a scammer. Like,
I mean, it literally got to a point where
that shit was so sad to hear that Fredo was really a scamming ass nigga. That shit really hurt my heart, bro. Cause like, yo, gang, like that was my GOAT, bro. Like, it's sad to hear that your GOAT is not who you think he is.
It was basically a new reason to dislike Fredo every day. And for those of you that don't know, when there's a
PrettyBoyFredo. This video is about PrettyBoyFredo and his comeback.
hate train being formed against you online, it's almost impossible to get out of that slump, especially if you're reacting to all of it in a very negative way, trying to fight fire with fire. It basically almost never works, and that's exactly what Fredo was doing. Whenever someone came out and said something about him, he would come out and drop a diss track, say something back, go on Instagram live and troll. And while all of that was extremely entertaining, all it really did was give people more and more reasons to dislike him and form more negative opinions about him.
I don't have to deal with these 2K nerds and lame. I left y'all corny in like 2017, and y'all niggas is still on my. Yo, imagine leaving a community for like 3 years and these still. So I had that big of an impact. Y'all still don't have to sit on y'all throne as the king. All right, I will come back. 2K21, I will come back. I will be the king again. And you is going back to 9 and 5s again.
It seems like whenever you're in all of this drama and getting all of this hate online, the best thing to do is just to simply not say a word, don't respond, literally just disconnect from the internet for a while, live your life, get through whatever it is that you're personally going through, and when you're finally ready to make that return back to the internet, you just gotta randomly come back and hope that the narrative around your name is different. We've seen this method work with other streamers before, like Bruce Drop 'Em Off. He was one of the most hated people on the internet at one point, and he ended up taking a very long break as well, and when he came back, everyone loved him. So
like I said, gang, once you get all that hate, bro, and then you just disappear out of nowhere and without a trace, without saying anything, people are gonna start to be like, what the hell happened? Where'd you go? Wait, they start to get curious. They go from hating to being curious now, and all of a sudden, now they love you again. Feel me? Hey, man. Say, man, look.
Now it seems like this is exactly what Fredo is doing. You see, we're in an era where all of the OG YouTubers and content creators are making successful returns to the internet. Most of them do extremely well because not only are their old fan bases still around, there's also just generally way more people consuming content on social media now with all of the clips and things like that. So when you have a group of people that's already been missing the content you create for years, and another group of people who have never seen your content before in their life, but they're seeing these clips get millions and hundreds of thousands of views, when you really look at all of that, you'll realize why it's not really too hard for these people to make returns back to the internet. And this is exactly how I went for Fredo.
Hey, it took me a lot to hit that motherfucking live button. Like, I don't think y'all understand how much it took for me to hit that live button. You know what I'm saying? For me to like,
he getting emotional.
Really just.
I felt you though, gang. He's back, not facts. Fredo is, yo, he's a crier. I feel you though, bro.
I don't even know what to say.
I feel you though, gang. I get emotional too.
I'm just grateful, bro. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful for y'all.
He's back. Yeah, he's back from like he was on a little hiatus for a little bit.
Damn, that shit be real. Like the love y'all niggas show just be real as fuck. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing like this shit, bro. For real.
And I go front. I think we're fully back into 2016, gang. We got PrettyBoyFredo back, bro. We're back in 2016, baby. 10 years later. Shit, and 2K is lit this year, man.
I'm just thankful. Oh man, boy, I can't, bro. Let me.
You see, PrettyBoyFredo returned to live streaming on December 27th, 2025. It was really a super shocking notification, I'm not gonna lie, but during his first stream back, it was pretty calm. He was just connecting with the chat, talking about the things he's been doing in his life. He talked about his plans for the year, specifically some of the things he had planned with content creation, and with this, he also shared his opinions on the current state of the internet as well.
We did this shit with no celebrities. Don't forget, like when you mentioned PrettyBoyFredo and you mentioned SSH, just remember, it was just me and niggas that I fucked with.
Facts.
It wasn't YouTubers. It wasn't fucking celebrities. It wasn't rappers. I never. And mind you, the niggas that was in SSH were niggas from my community. It was niggas that were typing in the chat. If niggas can't say I'm the realest, like one of the realest niggas ever for that, then I don't know what to say. I didn't take wannabe streamers or people who already had platforms. No, these were regular, everyday niggas that turned that bitch up and got this shit lit as fuck.
That's a fact.
Like, if you can't respect that, I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, I didn't have fucking Kevin Hart and The Rock, but that just wasn't my swag.
Now, the one thing that nobody can deny when it comes to Fredo is the fact that he never needed anyone. As I said, he managed to get all of this success through just using his friends and his family and his content. He never needed any big collabs for views or anything like that. That's literally what he prided himself on for years, and with that came a lot of beef, which Fredo addressed a couple times in his first few streams.
I just said my edit game.
Was like,
Okay.
why are you beefing with the #1 streamer in the world? And I'm thinking to myself,
Let's go.
I'm thinking to myself, damn, why am I beefing with the #1 nigga in the world?
Yo, nah, that was some dumb shit though. I ain't gonna front. Yo, beefing with Castanat and them and Phantom and AMP and them, like, nah, like, chill, man.
But you don't gotta beef with it. You can keep it cordial.
And you know that it ain't no beef.
Yeah, it really,
You know
it
what's
really
crazy?
ain't even no real beef.
For real,
But
because
the
you know
way
I'm
it's
not
coming
no,
off though,
man,
like from
it
the,
does.
from
It come
the
off,
music.
it
and
comes
from
off as
this,
so
that.
hateful.
Yeah.
But I'm not even.
But that's
like
just
that.
how you are. Like your music, your shit like that is very passionate. So
Yeah,
like,
nah,
niggas
that's
not
true.
gonna. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when Kai Cenat dropped the diss track on me.
Yeah.
I was off YouTube for a little bit. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm living my life, nigga. All of a sudden, niggas is smoking on Fredo.
Niggas say,
Mind you, I wasn't even on the internet. Like, I wasn't posting because I was doing a reality show.
yeah, I remember.
Bro, I'm sitting there playing the game. All of a sudden, smoking on Fredo.
Chill.
I'm like, nigga, what?
Now, honestly, I think this return has been the smartest approach to Fredo's career in a very long time, because even with the things he's talking about or touching up on, he's not talking about any of these beefs or drama in a negative way. He's not trying to start any problems with anyone. He's simply just addressing these things one by one in a more level-headed manner, which is something that we really haven't seen from Fredo in years past. Over the past few streams, he's also done some collabs with former SSH members like Malik, the kid who started off as a fan who randomly met him one day in a shoe store, and over the years he ended up turning into more of this little brother. And with them not really speaking much over the past few years, when they returned with this stream, it was definitely great content because they just sat down and
I'm sick I missed this stream, bro. Oh my gosh, bro, this is taking me so back to my childhood, man.
old times, caught up on life. And they even spoke on some of the drama and problems that went on amongst the group, even debunking some of the claims that Fredo tried to take money from his friends.
Actual group channel. We're discussing percentages and stuff, and that's like when we were like falling out about like money, but we never fell out about niggas getting money or this and that. Like nobody ever fell out about actual like bags that weren't being given to people.
Because we
like, that's
all
not
eating.
Yeah, but we was all eating. Everybody had their own shit.
Yeah, hell
and
yeah.
still have their own shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
it's just about what you gonna do with your own shit, nigga.
For real. And I like, you know what's crazy?
I'm gonna lie, one thing about groups that they need to do that AMP does, if you're a content group and you make content together, whatever income y'all make, like I said, you have one YouTube channel and it's all of y'all, like AMP for example. All that income that comes from that one channel should go only to the content for y'all. It should not go to each individually. No. It should all be put into like one account, and it should be strictly used for just content. Facts. For me, strictly just for content. I think that's the best thing. That way nobody can fight about what's money. Everybody that gets money from doing their own individual shit, not from the group shit. For me, I think that's the best thing to do.
It's like I started SSH with like...
Next, Fredo went on to do a stream with his longtime girlfriend Jasmine. She's been heavily included within all of his content over the past years. Some of the biggest videos on his channel include his girlfriend Jasmine. A lot of them are like pranks and things like that were popular at the time. But this was also just another great stream. It was great seeing them back together happy and things like that, because they did hit a rough patch in their relationship like most people do. It's normal things. But fortunately, they did manage to get through all of these problems, and Fredo would be sure to give her props for always sticking by his side over the years.
I wanted to introduce my beautiful woman to the stream. This is the woman that literally like got a nigga on his toes right now. Like y'all see me I'm at a really good spot, and it's because of this woman, bro. Like if I didn't have her in my life, dog, y'all see me without her, I crash and burn every single time, nigga. Like,
Nah, he not lying though. I'm not even going front, gang. Most of the time when he's not with her, he really do be crashing out, gang. I ain't gonna lie. That is crazy he's saying that, though. That's crazy.
If I ain't got my baby with me, I'm crashing.
For me, yo, I remember when he was with that one light-skinned shorty, bro. For me, I remember, I don't know who, I forgot what her name was, gang. She was some fine shit, though, for me. But yeah, I ain't gonna front. When he was with her, gang, I ain't gonna lie, that's when he really started to go down a crazy path of just did not giving a fuck about nothing, just crashing out about whatever.
Every single time. So, you know, I'm truly grateful to.
Ooh, I like this now. Keep talking.
Yeah, I gotta say that. I gotta say it because it's real. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know. But yeah.
Now, to add on to all of the nostalgic streams, of course I can't end this video without mentioning PrettyBoyFredo returning back to playing 2K, which is the game that literally kickstarted his entire career. Granted, the game is much different now and much worse, but it was still great to see him return to say some of his popular catchphrases and sayings and things like that. And he also mixed a little IRL basketball into these streams as well, which was another heavy part of his YouTube content originally. So of course, this was something that all of the OG fans definitely loved.
I was watching this stream. Bro, like, we're so back, bro, because 2K this year isn't even that bad as it used to be. Like, 2K26, it's not even bad. It's just
now,
like...
with all of the nostalgia and good
like,
vibes.
it's not bad, but it's just like... it's not as bad as the other 2Ks.
From these streams, it's pretty easy to see why the internet is beginning to love Fredo once again. And as long as he stays focused and stays out of unnecessary drama, I think it's pretty fair to say that Fredo will definitely have a great return back to social media. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that matters to me is y'all's opinion. So with that being said, be sure to comment down below and let me...
Alright, that's pretty much it of the video. But yeah, bro, PrettyBoyFredo is back, man. I ain't gonna lie. I hope that everything goes well for him. And I'm praying and hoping that he doesn't get into any more beef and he just stick to just making content for me, doing whatever you gotta do. And that's it, bro. Because Fredo, that's one of my goats.